All right, we're here with Vicasso today,
Yo.
Rosecrans finest.
Yes,
Vicasso,
sir.
can you tell us a little bit about who you are? Who is Vicasso?
Man, Picasso, man, is an underground MC from Compton, from 150th Street, man. Just out here on the grind, trying to earn my spot, man. Trying to make it happen.
For sure. When did you start making music?
Man, always been a fan of music, man. Since a kid, I always been rapping, always been recording, just freestyling to myself. Seriously, probably like 3 years ago.
Okay, so even when you were a kid, you just freestyle for fun?
Yeah, I used to hear songs and I flip certain words and make it mine. I got that from the big homies, man. So my pops, he always had me listen to Chubb Rock and Scarface and a bunch of East Coast stuff, man. So I always been a fan of music.
It's like ingrained in you, who you are. Interesting. Do you feel like Vicasso was always in you, or is that something you had to evolve into?
Yeah, I mean, Vicasso is who I want to be. Picasso is who I want to be ultimately. You know what I mean? He's an artist. He's a good dude. You know what I mean? Always been me. People know me, know, you know what I mean, what they call me. But yeah, Picasso is, it's not like I jump in the character to be something different. He's not too much different from who I am.
Interesting. You have a unique style. It's very rare, like especially with where we are, and we already have a pretty diverse group within Rosecrans when it comes to artistry and like people's sound and styles. But yours it's set apart by itself. So, how would you describe it? How would you describe your style?
I would describe it as being a lyricist, man, an MC, a real student of the game, being real meticulous, just original, abstract, you know what I mean, just was well thought out.
Definitely abstract is a good way to describe it. What were your, other than like the East Coast stuff that you just mentioned, what were some other musical inspirations when you were growing up?
As far as hip hop or just genre music and period?
Music, period. It could be anything.
Man, I love jazz, man.
Yeah.
I love Thelonious Monk, Coltrane, Duke Ellington, dudes like that. I love the oldies, you know what I mean? Roy Ayers, Curtis Mayfield, you know what I mean? As far as like rappers, you know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Andre 3000.
Yeah, definitely.
Black Thought, Most Def, dudes like that.
Yeah, you can hear all of that in your music too. Like now that you say it, I'm picturing and listening back to your music and I hear it. So, how does the music you listen to affect you as an artist today?
I mean, the music that's out today currently or just...
Yeah, like your current musical influences, do they have any effect on you as an artist?
I be inspired by dudes that's dope, you know what I mean? The Kendricks and the Coles and the homies, you know what I mean? I love what the homies is doing, bro. Like, they motivate me, bro. The hunger and the fire and the drive, you know what I mean? Like, everybody dope in their own unique way, you know what I mean? I feed off that as well,
Yeah, it's so easy to see the work ethic amongst the homies and apply it to yourself because it just doesn't feel right if you're not matching that energy with them, You feel like you're lagging or falling behind, and it's not a negative thing. It's a really positive effect that they have.
Yeah, everybody doing their thing, man. I'm proud, man.
Yeah, me too.
Homies, for real.
What was your upbringing like?
Man, it's rough, bro. Growing up in Compton, I don't want to sound like cliche. Growing up around here, man, it was rough, but it was easy. I mean, I didn't realize it was abnormal until I started getting older and venturing out, seeing other people's growing up. Like, yeah, damn, this shit ain't normal. But it made me who I am,
I don't think it's cliche because it's not like exaggerated, People say it was tough because it was tough. Like it's not easy. So I don't think you should think of it as cliche when it's the reality,
And I'm not saying like far as poverty wise, I ain't going for too much, you know what I mean? But we wasn't rich, you know what I mean? Extra stuff that I wanted, I had to go and get it, you know what I mean? But it was just far as the environment and just me getting older, the stuff I had to deal with, you know what I mean? I was the type, I wasn't going in the house crying about shit I was dealing with to my grandparents and nobody, my moms and nobody. I knew they probably was worried enough, so I was just dealing with a lot of shit that they don't even know nothing about, you know what I mean? I just harbored it all in.
You just bottled it up.
Yeah.
Where you living with, who are you living with?
Growing up, I was staying with my grandparents, and then my moms and them, and then I turned like 12, and then I moved to 150th Street permanently. Like my grandparents, my mother's parents grew up right here on Caheta.
Oh, okay.
Caheta 148. So I grew up there. I was staying there for a long time, and then I turned 12, and some shit happened. Then I ended up moving to my other grandparents on 150th and Central. So I was always in the hood anyway, back and forth.
Definitely.
So I was,
Real park baby.
man.
How does your upbringing affect you as an artist? Like, what effect does it have on you as a musician?
I channel it all in, man. It just makes my story that much authentic. You know what I mean? It just everybody that know me. So when they hear my lyrics, they know I can rap about anything, but I don't. I mean, everything is pertains to me.
It's authentic.
There's no fabrications at all.
Yeah, and that's a big part of who you are, the authenticity, the realness fact. What were some struggles you faced growing up? Big things, little things, just what were some struggles you remember and hold close to your heart that you had to deal with when you were growing up?
Got shot. I wanted to play basketball, and I got shot. So then I was like, kind of like an eye opener, you know what I mean? That shit just turned me into something different. I mean, I already was involved in my, doing activities before I got shot, but it just really just changed me. Like, okay, I'm in survival mode. Like, I can't even worry about playing no basketball. I gotta worry about surviving and graduating, you know what I mean? So, the crazy about that, I got shot. That same year, I still got straight A's. That's just crazy.
So you're in high school at this point?
Yeah, I was 15.
Man, I can't even imagine just the emotional trauma of like really loving basketball. What part of your body were you hit?
My leg.
Man.
My upper thigh.
So that's just a momentum killer right there.
Yeah, but it was up close. Like, it was like from here to that barbecue stand. I mean, I'm just blessed that dude and them couldn't shoot. They had me, you know what I mean?
Man, bro. Well, I'm glad you're still here, and I'm glad you're able to find a positive output for your struggles. Were there any other like big impacts that were made on your life when you were that age?
Just, as I got older, I started losing my family members. My grandfather died like that year too.
So while you're healing from this gunshot wound, you lose your grandfather. Sorry to hear that, bro. What was that like, having to fend for yourself, heal yourself, and also deal with that loss all at the same time?
That shit was devastating, man. That shit was devastating. Man. My grandfather, he was like, no disrespect to my father, but he was like my father too. You know what I mean? Spent a lot of time with me, man. We did a lot. You know what I mean? He was in the Navy, so he used to take me to the Navy base when I was a kid, and just let me just throw rocks in the water, just little crazy shit. Just take me. I used to love airplanes when I was a kid, so he used to take me to the airport and watch the airplanes take off. Just little stuff, man.
The Compton Airport? I've been there. I've done the same thing, standing on that little walkway and just watching them come in and out. Those are the memories that I hold dear with my grandfather too. He passed last year or 2 years ago.
Sorry about that, man.
Oh man, it's life. But those things, those little moments, are what we hold close to us, and I think that's the kind of stuff that matters most throughout life. Is the little things,
Definitely.
One of my favorite songs by you is Therapeutic Ventilation. And you talk about your cousin Jason in that song. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Jason, he was known as J. Rue. People know him as J. Rue, man. That was like that's my first cousin, man. Crazy part about that, I'm older than him, but people think he was older than me. He was more advanced. Like, he was like 11, 12. He was already selling dope. I used to call him man child. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was way advanced, bro. I wasn't hustling at that age, you know what I mean? It already clicked. It's just possible in his life. So he caught on early. It's about $1. He figured that out early, man. So,
is that something you admired about him?
Definitely, man. It was definitely.
In the song, you tell a story about J. Rue's passing and your grandmother. And when I hear that, it's so easy to be transformed into that place, into that time in the song that you're talking about, and just feel the pain that you experienced, and having to see your grandmother crying and dealing with this.
Man.
What was that like for you?
That shit turned into a whole nother animal. They say it was real. You know, she basically raised him. You know, he was born. My auntie Jessie Mae had him in jail, Silver Brand. So she picked him up from the prison and brought him home. So like my grandparents, my pops, mother and father, they basically raised him until his mom came home from prison. So that shit hurt. That shit hurt her, man. And then like I said, my pops daddy, he died that March in 2003 before he passed. So she was hurt from that. So she just used to come in there and just pass out. It's like they both gone, like they gone. Like, you know,
That grief is so heavy.
man, I just hold her and just let her cry, man, and just, you know, just that shit made me something else, man. That shit made me something else, man.
Did you feel like you had to pretend you weren't dealing with it to be there for her?
I mean, of course, I didn't cry around nobody. Try to be strong, you know, but inside, that shit still messing me up, bro. That shit made me, you know, that shit made me a monster, bro. Like, I didn't even care about living. I didn't care about nothing. I was just trying to just get back, just trying to make as many people feel how I felt. You know what I mean? I didn't care. I was like, either I'm gonna die or I'm gonna get life, or I didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like shit. I ain't never expected to be living life without my bro. That shit is fucked up.
You felt like you were at the point where living wasn't an option without him there, or at least living the life that you lived before wasn't?
Not like that, but I knew I had it. It was unexpected.
Yeah.
I always thought we was gonna grow old. You know what I mean? And laugh about the shit we always went through. You know what I mean? But that was a game changer, bro. So it was just a lot of pain. We just fucked up. Me and bro, that was like my little cousin, but we was like brothers, man. Anybody know? Like, you saw me, you saw him. We was tight, man. Shared same clothes, took baths together. It's like we was brothers, man, more than anything. That was my guy, man. I should still be, you know what I mean? That shit don't never go away. Pain don't never go away. You just deal with it better, man. But that shit.
What was his influence on you at the time? How old were you guys? Or how old were you when he passed?
Just turned 19 that June. He was gonna turn 19 this September, but he died on the 11th. That just passed, July 11th. He had just got out of camp. He had just did a year in camp, but he had checked in Cerritos College. He was smart, so he was like, I'm in there with the probation officers and shit. They getting easy money and shit. He said, I'm finna go be a probation officer. That shit happened.
Another momentum killer.
Yeah. So,
What was his influence on you before he passed?
this is my bro, man. I admired him. You know what I mean? I admired his hustle. I admired his grind. You know, like, you know, I loved him, bro. You know, he was a man. He stood up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we was kind of the same. You know what I mean? I was the muscle. He was a muscle too, though. But he just is more of a hustler than I was at that age, because he was grinding, bro. He was out there. The big homies will tell you. He used to be on. We used to go to Chester Community Day. We had to wear uniforms. He'd have some burgundy shit on under the uniform. So as soon as we out, we right there on Nez. He peeling off. He going straight to the block.
Straight to the program.
Straight to the block. You know what I mean? Like, getting it. He was on. He was on house arrest. He can only leave for a certain time, and then he used to tell this probation officer, "Oh, I'm going to church on Sunday." He going straight to the block, like shit like that. He was burnt out, man. Like, he was about $1, man. I admire that. He was going out of town, do all this shit niggas be rapping about. You know, Money Nut reminded me a lot of him too. Niggas is way advanced, early, just all around.
Ahead of their time.
Super ahead, bro. Like,
and I think that's part of the reason why people, why these two individuals stick to the homies so much is because the way they were ahead of their time, and you know, God kind of clicked their time clock too soon.
Yeah, man, that shit is crazy, man.
How do you think his death affected you as an artist?
Like, I mean, then when it happened, I wasn't thinking about. But see, cold part about it, he could rap too. He was cold. We used to be freestyling to each other. You know, he was a Jay-Z fan, J-Hood. We used to all listen to like lyricism and that type of shit. But I never thought about rapping. He never thought about taking it serious. Now I be wishing I would have known what we had. You know what I mean? When that happened, I wasn't thinking about rapping or none of this shit. I wasn't thinking about recording nothing. I was doing street shit. Like, now, you know what I'm saying? just made me want to just keep, just keep his name alive, man, and make him proud.
Yeah. And that's a legacy in its own, for sure. I'm familiar with that notion of wishing you had your passion earlier on before passing, because you get to thinking about the possibilities. Maybe if I did this, or if I got them into what I had gone, then maybe things could have been different. And that's one of the hardest feelings, like just coming up with all the possibilities in your head after losing somebody, wishing you could have did more, wishing you could have got them into something. I'm familiar with that, bro.
Especially me being an older cousin, I be wishing I was wise as I was now. Like, man, if I would have known what we had, then I would have pushed them. Like, let's be a group. Let's do this, let's do that. But we was young, bro, and young, thinking you grown, doing grown man shit. And catch up with you, bro. When you out here, it's a give and take. You out here doing shit like karma is real, bro. Like, back then, shit. When you out here doing shit, it's gonna hit you. That's just the environment, but I didn't know no better. He didn't know no better. That's the circumstances we brought up in.
You can't blame yourself for it. You couldn't blame him for it. That's the environment. I was having this conversation with my uncle last night. That it's not black or white. You can't say, oh, they should have done this differently, because they don't know. You don't know anything different. That's it. That's the reality that you grew up in. So you can't blame yourself for these things, and you can't, What advice would you give to somebody who's dealing with a similar loss? How do you feel that you worked through it? Or even to get yourself back to functioning, at the very least?
It made me snap out of it. After a while, I'm like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing reckless shit, I'm doing all this type of shit, but then I'm like, okay, I'm not dead yet. I'm not locked up. So it's not gonna happen whenever I want to happen. You still here. And my little brother was born, and I had a little sister. My little sister Tamia, my little brother Keyshawn. I started thinking about them. Like, they love you, they look up to you. Imagine how they would feel if he wasn't here. You know what I mean? Start really thinking about the people who do love you. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I can do all that. You can do whatever, but all the shit you doing ain't gonna bring them back. You know what I mean? And that made me realize, like, damn, all the stuff that you done to people, like, this is how they feel. Everybody got somebody that love them. So imagine all the people you did stuff to. This is how they folks feel, when that happened to them. So it just opened my eyes to a lot of shit, man.
How long do you think it took you to get to that point where you understood these things?
Man, it took a while, man. It took a few years. It took a few years after that happened.
Is there any people that you can point to who helped you through this, or helped get you to that realization?
The homies is always there, though. The hood is like a family for real. Like, a lot of big homies. My moms and pops had me early. Mom's was 16, my pops just turned 19, so they was a baby having a baby. They used to bring me up here. Like, all the big homies at home just watched me grow up. So it's like different for me. Like, I'm really a part baby for real. So
you had people there.
I mean, not everybody, but certain people, they felt my pain because they loved him too. They loved J. Rue too, so they knew what I was going through. You know what I mean? Either way, even if they gave me space, or they just said encouraging words, or just, sometimes it's better not to say nothing, but just,
Yeah. I remember talking to Zoe about J. Rue's passing, and just the silence that was felt afterward once they got this news, and everybody felt that. That's the kind of, I didn't know him. I felt like that's the kind of person he was. That's a loss that everybody felt.
Yeah, that's why I felt bad when that happened to Nut. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. I don't wish that pain on nobody, but that's the same. It's similar. It's similar, bro. Like, that shit never go away. Energy never go away. That's why the homies celebrate Nut every year, every time. Like, it's the same shit. We lost a lot of good dudes around here. Mossberg, Face, and so many of them, bro, that, we'd be way stronger if they would still be here. Jake.
Tom.
Oh yeah, of course, man. That's what I'm saying. Even the recent times, we still losing shit, man. That's what I'm saying. This shit real.
Do you have any advice that anybody gave to you during this period, or any period in your life that you feel like it stuck to you, that you carry with you?
The big homie B-Neck, man, he used to tell me, he used to drop a lot of jewels on me, man. You know, and I learned from dudes like that. My pops, you know what I mean? Just a lot of the big homies, man. I can't remember none in particular, but they always just, told me, shit, you just gotta chin up, chest out, man. Can't give up on yourself. Life gonna be hard, you gonna be tough, man. But you smart, man. You special, man. You'll navigate your way through it. You'll figure it out.
Sometimes it doesn't have to be words, it can just be being around or, having community that can get you through a lot of these things. So I understand.
Yeah, the big homie T-Bone, man. All the big homies, man. Even to this day, I know if it's anything I can pull up and chop it up or whatever. I mean, I ain't gonna vent to everything to everybody, but like certain dudes I know, I mean, I can open up to. So it's a blessing to have that.
I've heard that about T-Bone as well from Boogaloo, that whenever somebody's going through a trial and T-Bone's there, he took Boogaloo to this pool right here to do physical therapy.
Oh yeah, man.
Almost every day. Like that's a value within the hood that people don't see from the outside perspective.
They think it's just gang shit and all that dumb shit, all that negative shit, man. We a family for real, man. We human too. They try to dehumanize us. We human too, man.
This place is vibrant and it's beautiful. The people are beautiful.
Even today, it's a park full of people, you know what I'm saying, just chilling. If they don't feel like it's dangerous, they wouldn't even be here.
Nah, this looks like a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that I want people to understand. Like, this is one of the most beautiful places and one of the most unique environments you could be around. And it's really such a blessing to even be here. Who are some people who influence you?
As far as what?
And just in your life, like people
Oh shit, like you said, the big homie T-Bone.
Yeah.
Big homie Bad, he just got out. I learned a lot from Bad, man. A lot of my mental ways, a lot of the shit I done maneuvered from Bad. Like I said, that big homie B-Neck, Pops, you know what I mean? All the big homies on when it's like I'm leaving niggas out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Big homie Green Eyes, rest in peace, you know what I mean? Bunch of dudes, man. Even niggas my age, even some dudes younger than me, you know what I'm saying? I be inspired by myself, you know what I'm saying? And not, you know what I mean? Niggas is boss is quack, you know what I mean? Like, I be inspired, I be inspired. It ain't just people older than me, younger than me, you know what I'm saying? I'm inspired by what you do, you know what I mean?
Thank you, bro. I got a notebook that I keep with me that I try to fill with like the homies and stuff that's about them that I would like to apply to myself. So I'll write their name and write something about them that I think is a good virtue that they have and I want to apply to myself. And it's crazy what these pages I fill up with with these good virtues that the guys have. And like, for instance, though, I got written down not to act on anger. But I got for every situation to look out for the homies. In every situation, look out for your homies. And there's no shortage of that around here.
Bus, man, that's my youngin', man. I watched him grow up too. Good dude,
Solid as it get.
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo got a million things.
I watched all them grow up like the big homies watched me grow up, so it's special, you know what I mean? Like, not like that, but you gonna have your favorites, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Them is my favorites, bro. Them is some of my favorites. And even some I ain't mentioned, they know it, you know what I mean? They know what time it is.
Yeah. And that's another thing about you. I feel like you're not shy to express yourself, you know? You're not shy to talk about how you really feel or tell somebody how you really feel or be confrontational, whether it's in a positive way or if you have to get something off your chest. And that's something I value about you. And
man, I'm chill, man. I'm more chill nowadays, man. I mean, a lot of people, this is the most they probably ever heard me talk.
Yes.
A lot of people was crazy even hearing me rap. Like, this nigga can rap. Growing up, I really wasn't too vocal to a lot of people, man, unless I felt I can trust myself to open up to you. Other than that, I wouldn't even say shit. Like, I'm still kind of like that. I get around celebrities and shit. I don't be pressed to run up and shake niggas' hands and be all like with some groupie shit. I just be chill, laid back. Like,
yeah.
You know, maybe that hinders me a lot too. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to be more transparent and let people know, man, I'm human too. You know what I mean? Especially me being an artist now. I don't want people to be intimidated by me. Feel like I'm, you know, so I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning.
Every day is a new lesson for sure, and I'm incredibly proud of who you are as an artist, who you are as a man. You know.
Appreciate that, man.
I didn't get to know you a lot over the years. I've known the homies for like 6 years. I feel like I just got to know you, and your growth is incredible. Like, yeah, it's amazing. Like, you're one of the stand out the most, I feel like. So just keep going, bro. But what would I made it look like to you? Like, for you to sit back and say, I finally made it. What does that look like?
That's crazy, man. Sometimes I don't even see it, bro, because the type of music I do, what I do, man, like, I don't be seeing it. But if I can say I made it, shit, I could be comfortable, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be like I'm gotta be stuck in the hood, you know what I mean? I can put shit together to where the homies, we can be on yachts and boats and trips and do shit like these rap niggas be doing, man. We can just be more safe and secure. Niggas ain't gotta be in the trenches for real, taking chances. Niggas can really live their life, you know what I mean, peacefully, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No longer in a constant state of paranoia and arousal, you know? That's something I feel like people don't think about a lot. People imagine, you know, somebody who raps and making it being like Lamborghini Mansion, but the cold truth is that what you just said is a lot more accurate of an answer than all those things. Like, yeah, of course people want nice cars and flashy things, but that right there is so much more valuable than any car, any chain, you know?
Man, we got that now.
Yeah.
We got all, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna put too much on it, but they know all the homies coming, bro.
Yeah,
homies
the flies.
Big in doing shit out the mud from the streets, bro. But this shit get played out, man.
Yeah.
I say, you know what I mean? But we love the hood, so we ain't gonna never just turn our back and not come around here. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the jungle gonna be the jungle, so you want to be able to take us all away from this shit, man.
Yeah.
Like, just improve on the community as a whole. We doing what we can, man. That's why I'm proud of my youngins, man. Everything they do, you know what I mean? Back to school shit, Father's Day shit, like that's why I'm proud of my youngins, bro. Like, you know, the kids growing up now, seeing what we doing, you know what I mean? They definitely inspired, bro. And this is just an honor to be a part of that, you know what I mean? That's why I'm always be Rosecrans, you know what I mean? I be getting offers and niggas be trying to get at me and say a little shit. I be like, nah, man. Like, that's just my loyalty, you know what I mean? I can't.
And that's another thing you're not shy of, is loyalty. Like, you'll never, in everything you do, you mention Rosecrans. It's who you are. It's ingrained in who you are. That's something I think about too a lot, is the influence on the youth, and it's such a positive influence too. Like, I'll walk around the apartments with YS or with Mari and like watch the kids like run up to them and say, you know, they want to be like that. They want.
Man, that's amazing, man.
And the homies just sit there and talk to them, check in on them. Like, it's beautiful, bro. This place is so incredible. Right across the street, it's, you know, these things are happening.
We had that growing up. I mean, we had our rappers, you know what I'm saying? The homies used to rap at Stream Hustle in Mossberg and them, but I have to take away from that, but it's different what we doing, you know what I'm saying? It's way different, you know what I mean?
Why do you feel like that is? Why do you feel like it's different now?
Well, maybe, I think it's because of social media. If it was social media back then, the homies would have blew up. I believe it. They would have blew up. But just now, it's no social media, and the kids see us doing videos and just the stuff that we do. Most rappers don't do what we do. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these niggas is Hollywood. They fake. They be shitting in their community. We don't do that, man. I mean, like you say, Ruger and YS walk through the apartments and they mess with the kids, like, you know what I mean? And that shit that they always remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go back and tell their friends at school, like, I know YS, I know
Yeah.
Ruger. Like,
Most definitely.
It's genuine.
It's genuine. And the love is always going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
The kids will always have somebody to go to because it's always going to be somebody there, you know? Which is one of the most valuable things to this community, I think. What do you hope to achieve through your music, through what you do?
Ultimately, man, I'm doing it for the message, man. I just try to lead by example, just try to give insight on my lifestyle. Just try to show dudes you can be a street dude, you can be and still exude growth. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be marginalized as no Crip, no blood, no power, or whatever. Like, I'm always gonna be that. I'm always gonna be, you know what I mean? But I just try to show them that we different. Like, we intelligent too. You know what I mean? We're not just what you think we are. You know, like me, I'm a vegan, all type of shit that people wouldn't expect a dude from Compton to do. You know what I mean? I'm knowledgeable about a bunch of shit. So I just try to show that aspect.
Yeah, and you definitely show that through your music. I still get amazed by some of the things you say. It takes me a few listens to catch something sometimes, and it's really incredible, bro. Like, it's incredible. Like,
Try to show people, man, you ain't gotta showing your intelligence not weak.
yeah,
Being a man is not weak. I mean, you ain't gotta worry about what the homies think about you. None of that. Not like I gotta worry because everybody love me, bro.
yeah.
Just try to. I don't know. I just try to be a better example, bro. That's it, man. Hopefully, you know, even if it reach one person, man, and they get it, then that's what it's for, man.
Yeah. What's the importance of the "Please Don't Sue Me" tape to you? That one hit hard, you know.
I was just trying to display my genius on that, man.
Yeah.
Like that was all sample tracks, man. Shout out my guy, See the Laws of Japan. I sent them every track I did. I sent them the oldies for that, like chapter sub. That's why I came with the idea, please don't sue me, because there's so many samples. I was being funny, but I'm like, if they hear it,
seriously, don't sue me.
You know, just me trying to show my artistic side. I can put together a well put together, meticulous project. You know what I mean? Like when I first dropped The Beautiful Struggle, it was like, all right, that's cool. Then I dropped The Life Behind Bars, like that's cool, but you rapping over other people's beats. Can you really put together a project? So,
And it was a flex, in my opinion, you putting that tape together, because a lot of people are capable of rapping over some beats, you know, but to compose what you composed through that tape, not everybody can do that. That's really talent right there.
you're sleeping on it, but it's gonna be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be there. If you could name some, what would be some of your favorite songs off of that tape?
That's a good one. I like The King's Delegation. My boy YT, man. Shout out my boy all here on YT. I like Man in the Mirror with my boy Corny Bell. I don't know, man. I like the whole thing, man.
Yeah.
I like everything, man.
It's hard to even break down more, because I'm sure the whole tape was your favorites out of a lot.
Burberry Trench. You know what I mean?
That's classic.
One of my favorites.
I wanted to ask you about the Guns N' Roses studio session. I like to picture that in my head when I listen to it. What was that like? Were you all there together?
No, but everybody came into their verse separately.
Okay.
So I had my verse, you know what I mean? And I pictured them on it. It was like they was there with me because I already knew what I wanted to do. And I knew they was going to deliver.
Yeah.
I already knew, without a doubt, you know what I mean? So Hop came and did his thing. And then Rudy came and did his thing, you know what I mean? And it was a classic, bro.
Yeah.
It was a classic, man.
The song is an anthem.
Shout out to my bros, man.
Bumping in Barcelona, is that just something catchy to say, or is there some meaning behind that?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they know about us in Spain or somewhere or something.
I bring that up because I look at my analytics on YouTube with the homies videos, and I see Spain in there. So we got fans in Spain. So I didn't know if that was something you knew about it already or what. But yeah,
I got an international fan base for sure. So,
yeah.
I mean, but it just came with the bar. You know what I mean? I'm like, it just came with the bar.
Yeah. It's clever though, and it fits. What about Euphoric Tranquility? I think that's my favorite off of there.
Yeah, I like that.
Just you're capable of bringing us visually to the place that you're in, this park with the lighthouse. And I've been there. You know, we talked about this before. I shot a video there with YS a couple years ago, and when I listened to the song, I knew exactly where it was. I could see it because I've been there. Like, I didn't even have to ask you first. I already knew that was the same park with the lighthouse we were talking about.
That's crazy, man. Like I said, I was inspired by an actual day in my life, man. You know, that's why I depicted it in the video. I just went to the little vegan spot, got some food, rolled up PCH, went to the lighthouse and chilled. I just kind of just drawed it out, you know what I mean, for the purpose of the song and the visual. But it was a regular day for me.
Yeah, it's the day in the life of Vicasso. Can you please speak on the unity within Rosecrans and like a little bit about that brotherhood?
We're family for real, man. I mean, you know, Rosecrans is a street that's go through our section, bro. So you always gonna be Rosecrans before it was that. You know what I mean? So it was only right. And shit. We love each other, bro. It's more than just it's a real deep camaraderie. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
So we watch each other grow up. I'm older than everybody, so I watched everybody grow up, but I look at them as equals, bro. And shit, I look up to dudes. I admire Zoe, you know what I mean? Money, you know what I mean? Hill, Quack, you know what I mean? They got it going before I was even a part of it. You know what I mean? So it's an honor to them to even allow me to be a part of it, bro. That's why I'm so loyal and go hard the way I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, Zoe, he done did shit. He done did shit behind the scenes niggas don't even know about. For me personally, you know what I'm saying? Just Dan didn't want to have me shed a tear. He was like, man, big bro, man, I just want you to rap, man. I love what you doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to think niggas ain't supporting you and all this and that. Just do your thing, bro. Just rap, you know what I mean? That shit it's heartfelt, bro. He a real leader, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was raised right. You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Zo as pops, you know what I mean? Like, they all leaders, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out to both Zoes for sure. That's one thing about him is he can see things in people, and damn near he can know what you're supposed to do before you know.
And the unity, as far as the unity, man, we really love each other, bro. We support each other, you know what I mean? Like, Hop, Ruger, you know what I'm saying? Tonton, rest in peace, YS. Even the homies that's not really officially Rosecrans, we all from the same section, bro. It's all the Army, so no matter what you represent musically, we all support each other, bro. Like, I mean, I don't think it's no secret hate or animosity or none of that. Like, I mean, from my standpoint, I want to see everybody win, bro. So I just assume everybody feel the same way. You know what I mean?
And keep pushing. That's the only thing we can do. And that's something I see a lot too. Is just like, just the way everybody works together it's so unique. That's what attracted me so much. I came out in 2015 and I saw the merch, the Rosecrans merch, and the guys working, and I just fell in love with it, like in high school, you know. And I damn near claimed Rosecrans before they accepted me.
Man, you one of us, bro. There's no doubt about it, man. You one of us, man. I appreciate what you do, bro. You do a lot, man. Like,
Thank you, bro.
You do a lot, bro. That's love.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying we all appreciate it, though. We all appreciate you, man, for sure, for sure.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. I'm honored to be with us. Like, this is the best job of my life. What's important to you as a human? Like, what values do you hold closely?
Just core values based on my principalities, my integrity. You know, just basic shit that you already know was right and was wrong. You know what I mean? There's no in between with me. You know what I mean? Like, can't straddle the fence with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of old fashioned, old school with a lot of shit, a lot of this new shit going on. It's weird. You know what I mean? But I just keep my mouth shut. You know what I mean? I don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. Discredit man. But everybody know what I stand on, bro.
Yeah.
Honesty, you know what I'm saying? Loyalty, no snake shit, no faulty shit, you know what I mean? Like, do what you're supposed to do, bro, as a man, you know what I mean? Before a gangster, as a man, you know what I mean? Take care of your family, take care of your kids, you know what I mean? Don't be out here disrespecting no women, no females, you know what I mean? Make sure the babies can be safe, you know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean? Just regular shit that people should do, you know what I mean?
And you say regular, like, but you could look around and not even around here, because that's not something you see around here. But in today's day and age, those aren't things that are regular to a lot of people. These are things that people don't do just based off of who they are as a person. So it's to the point where this is something that's like applaudable, like you could point that out and see these traits, and especially within Rosecrans, just because everybody carries that so close to their hearts as well. It's obvious. What's the importance of the content in your music? Because it's not like everybody else's. You speak on stuff that's, it's hard to even describe. You speak on things that people don't talk about, and you do it in a way that people don't do it. What's the importance of it to you? Like,
it's just I can't help it, man. That's just my upbringing, my influence. It's me being older. I feel like I gotta use my voice to be a voice of reason and just be wise, bro. I can do all that. You know what I mean? I can have niggas on some rah-rah shit. I can talk about all that, but then it'll be goofy to me. Like, I done been there, done that, so why try to perpetuate that? My music gonna live forever. It's gonna live longer than me, so I just wanted to know niggas to know it meant for something, it stood for something. You know what I mean? Then I got nieces that listen to my music, so if I'm out here doing songs with females twerking in my videos and I'm talking about slapping them in their ass, doing all type of crazy shit, they gonna think it's cool. Like,
Yeah.
so I just try to be an example. Just try to be a better example for all type of shit, man. Not like I'm always right, not like I'm perfect, you know what I mean? I still do. I'm still a work in progress, you know what I mean?
The act of trying to be better alone is commendable at its lowest form. It's waking up every day and trying to be better, or trying to be a better example is incredible, bro. Like that's a core value that I strive to carry with me, and that's something I really admire. So that goes into the next topic. I was thinking the other day, like when I wake up and I'll listen to, you know, some like gangster rap, like my day is gonna be different. My day is gonna go based off of what I'm hearing at first. But I'll wake up and listen to you. I'll listen to Euphoric Tranquility, or, you know, just set up my day off right.
That's dope, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. But it really like changes my perspective in the day. It changes how I feel throughout the entire day. And I think that's so important. If people really apply, like, starting their day off in the right way, listening to something positive or something at least with a good vibe or something reflective on yourself, that's gonna change your day and eventually you as a person.
That's definitely, I totally agree, man. That's why I wanted the energy I wanted to people to get off those type of songs, man. So I'm glad it does that for you.
Yeah, for sure.
That means a lot.
How do you deal with stress?
You know, I used to smoke weed. I used to smoke a lot of weed, but now I just I guess after just going through so much shit, bro, like it just sharpen you, man. It's like you laugh at certain shit now.
Yeah.
Like you just learn to pray to the Most High. Just have faith that He gonna bring you out. You know what I mean? Just certain shit you can't help but worry over, but a lot of shit I just try not to let it bother me, man. I know that don't mean I don't think about it. I'm not aware of it. You know what I mean? But I just pray, ask the Most High to guide me through it, and just have faith that He gonna, you know what I mean, He gonna navigate me through the situation. You know what I mean? And as far as a stress reliever, you know, I like playing basketball. I write, me rapping, and that helped me out a lot. Man, I drink a little wine. I don't drink nothing too heavy. I drink, you know what I mean? I meditate, come up here to the park, you know what I mean? Different little place. I like going to the beach, you know? Like I said, the lighthouse we was talking about. Just,
Natural things.
yeah, just zone out. Just let my thoughts wander.
Do you feel like that's a better outlet than smoking weed like you used to do?
I mean, I used to smoke weed at a lot of these places.
Yeah.
I used to love to go out to the beach and burn one. But now I just chill, you know? I might still have me a little bottle of wine or something and listen to the waves and just gather my thoughts, man. That's why I wake up in the morning, I like listening to jazz. Just instruments with no words. Sometimes I just need to hear myself, my thoughts, get my thoughts together.
That's something I've been working on too, is not looking at my phone the first thing in the morning, just so I can kind of gather my thoughts and about how I'm feeling. I've been feeling so weird lately, like, I don't know, but it changes my perspective when I don't open my phone first thing and distract myself. So I understand why you do that. How do you remain, if you do, how do you remain unaffected or unchanged when bad things happen? I know it's hard to be unaffected, but do you feel like you do?
Definitely, man. Yeah, I feel for my niggas, man. Every time something happen, bro, like, you know, something happened to one of the homies, it'd be like the old me be wanting to resurface and go, you know, so that's how we was raised. You do something to one of mine, I gotta handle that. You know what I mean? So it'd be hard for me not to. You know what I mean? I had to learn that though. From back to even like with J. Rue, back to that. You know what I mean? After going through all that and just even homies after that, just no shit was happening after that. But I just learned, like, okay, you're gonna kill the whole world up every time something happens. You gonna, you know what I mean? Like, you can't react to it all the time. You gotta step out. You know what I mean? You gotta learn how to step out that cycle of destruction, bro. Like, it's always gonna keep going. So you gotta separate yourself. It's hard though, especially when you're in the midst. You know what I mean? You be feeling like you feel obligated. Sometimes you feel like a punk. Like, man, I need to go do something. Like, I ain't doing. Just pray, man, and just try to stay busy, man. That's what me being an artist has done for me, man. It gave me a sense of purpose, something to do, other than just worried about the ills of life and shit that nigga be dealing with, man. And just hopefully that something will come from it, you know what I mean? Hopefully my work will go notice and it'll open up some doors, man, to where all this shit will pay off in a real way.
I tend to use pain as a motivator myself, and it's very effective until it gets to the point that I started dealing with where it was like pain was the only motivator for me for a while, and it got to a point where I started getting numb, and then with that, since there's no pain, there's no motivation, so I felt like empty, like I had no drive, and I didn't feel pain no more, so I didn't feel nothing for a while, and that was tough. Like, I don't know how y'all avoid that kind of outcome, but that's something I'm still working through.
I've experienced that though. You know, definitely, you can ask anybody, bro. Like, a lot of people, and it's sad, kind of get desensitized to it. You know, it don't have the same effect of you hearing somebody die, because we lost so many people. You know what I mean? And that's the scary part. You know what I mean? To me, like, that shit still hurt, but people just don't show it. I probably don't show it. You might want to see me cry, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, shit. Think about all my dudes that died, you know what I mean? I'm like, shit, they supposed to still be here, you know what I mean? Like, their energy, they still supposed to be here, bro, so that should be hurting. That should affect you definitely, man. You feel for their kids, you feel for their parents, their family, you know what I mean? It'll just affect us, you know what I mean? They got other people that's gonna miss them too, so I just think about all that type of shit, man. I can't. Yeah, I've experienced that where you be numb to it or you don't care, you just be like a vessel.
A vessel, that's the perfect way to describe it. That's how you feel.
Empty vessel.
But then comes the self-reflection, which is so common and obvious in your music. The reflection that you go through with yourself and how you write. And it has this effect on listeners where it makes you do it for yourself. It makes you reflect on your feelings and your emotions and how you're dealing with things, and I think that's one of the most positive things, bro, like something that everybody needs around here, especially because that kind of self-reflection isn't like very common, I feel like, especially within the music. But how did you get to the point where that, looking back and analyzing like what's going on and why am I like this, or what, you know, how did you get to that where you were able to reflect through your music?
Just growth, man. Just growth and just my experiences. And then just realizing, okay, I got this talent. I didn't want to rap for a long time, bro. I didn't want to be a part of this shit. Like, this shit weird. Most of these rap niggas is fake. It's industry bullshit. Like, who gonna care to listen to some shit I gotta say, bro? Like, all the homies always motivated me, man. Like, man, you hard, you got a talent, bro. So I just use all my experiences and everything I learned just to vocalize that, man, to the world, just to be an example. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm from Compton, you know what I mean? I'm from Campanella Park, whatever. But it's more to me than just what you think. You know
Oh, for sure.
And us, period, as a whole, like, there's a lot of talent around here. You know what I mean? So I just try to be the catalyst to that. Like, they try to marginalize us and think we just savages or just one-dimensional and all of those shit. Like, nah, we human. We get deep too.
Yeah, I feel like you're the representative of that in ways, like representing that side of Bompton as a whole, or as Rosecrans as a whole. Like, yeah, you know, we do the entertainment too. We can rap about whatever, but also we got people who rap about the real stuff, and people who, you know, people come to you for that. How do you maneuver through everyday life? Like, and within the stress within that, how do you maneuver around that?
Shit, man, I'm not rich, man. I ain't living no rich rapper life. I still work a 9 to 5. I still work. You know, shit, I go to the studio after work. I try to keep myself balanced, man. You know, I'm trying to stay busy. Like I told you, I'm working on 3 projects.
Yeah.
So that's motivational. Just hopefully something will come from it. And I met a lot of solid dudes throughout my journey in this music shit, man. Shout out my dude Jay Worthy, you know what I'm saying? He hooked me up, introduced me to a bunch of dudes. I met Alchemist and Rock Marcy like a couple weeks ago.
Hell yeah.
I met Planet Asia. I met some dudes, man, dudes I was fans of. So those moments is priceless, you know what I mean?
I just had my first fan, like, to friend moment in my life, too. I started working with G Perico, and that's somebody I listened to in high school, and it's just like...
I seen you out there at the joint in Orange County when him and Spitter was performing.
Man, bro, that was one of the best experiences of my life. I wanted to double back to something you said earlier. You said you used to think, who'd want to listen to my music? Is that something you still feel?
Kinda, man. I kinda feel like, you know, nobody. I feel like Sharif. Nobody would hear that shit, Sharif.
Man. I hope that you can change that perspective, because that's false, bro. It's people looking for that and they don't even know it. You know, I was one of those individuals. I was looking for your music and didn't know it.
That's love, bro.
Yeah, it's real, bro. Like, people need something that they can hold on to and attach to. That's real. That's solid.
I got a solid fan base. People that reach out to me, man. Shout out my boy Drew. Drew, like people that generally tap in and they tell me the same thing you saying, man. Like, your music is different, it's dope, it's needed. You know what I mean? I got dudes overseas that fuck with me, and then the homies fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the homies show me love. So it's just different. The lane that I picked is just different. It's just gonna take a little longer, but I'm gonna grind it out.
Yeah, you're in a lane of your own. You're really paving the way. Like, this is the untouched territory. What are your thoughts on therapy?
Personally, I mean, if you know, I used to talk to my grandmother a lot, and my grandparents, man, you know, certain big homies. Those are people that I trust to be transparent with, even with my godmother, my uncle, my aunties. But me, honestly, I wouldn't trust no therapist, because I'm like, you getting paid to tell me the right shit. You don't tell me whatever I need to hear. You know what I mean? But it's good if you know it. I know some people that went to therapy and it worked for them. You know what I mean? Like, the main thing is you need somebody you can pour that shit out. You know what I mean? And open up to. So, you know, if you feel secure with talking to a therapist, then there's nothing wrong with it, man. Me personally, I don't. You know what I mean? I'd rather talk to somebody who know me and then keep my secrets. You know what I mean?
Therapy, I feel like therapy doesn't have to be with some random therapist you gotta pay once and go and see once a week. It could be, like you were saying, like your grandmother or the big homies. It could be through anybody. I feel like that's something people definitely need, though.
Definitely.
I feel like your music, in a way, is therapy. Do you feel like it is? I feel like it's a healthy way for the homies to work through their problems.
Yeah, I mean, if they can relate to it and listen to it, definitely. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the ultimate goal. You know, I hope it can help somebody going through something similar. You know what I mean? And you know that's somebody there for you when you went through something that you went through, and you can rise above it too.
Yeah. That's the angle. In one of your songs, you say, "As a kid, I felt hated, misunderstood, and degraded." Can you speak on that a little bit? What made you feel like that?
Just you know, growing up as a kid, man, and you know, just felt like I used to feel like I was just missing. I don't want to say who exactly. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. They might see this interview. I just felt like certain people just misunderstood me. They used to just kind of just talk bad about me, you know what I mean? Just talk bad about me, make me feel like shit. And they really know how to cultivate my talents, you know what I mean? They really see the goodness in me, you know? So I don't feel no love, you know what I mean? That's what make you run to the streets, you know what I mean? Even though I was born in the hood anyway, but that's what make you feel like shit, you know? Homies is more family than my family, you know what I mean? Certain one, not all of them, but you know. So.
How do you feel like you got to a point where you didn't let that affect you anymore? Or other people's opinions started to matter less and what you had in here was more important?
I'm still learning not to let what people say or think about me bother me. Because it do, I'm human. Like, you know, it hurts you. And you know people that you love don't like you or say bad shit about you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel weak for feeling that way, but I'm learning it don't matter what they think or what they say about me. You know what I mean? That's what got me closer to the Most High, man. On some spiritual shit, like, He know me more than anybody, and He can open up doors that nobody else open up for me. So can't worry about what people. Then you start understanding, no, everybody human. Everybody got their own ways of expressing themselves. A lot of times they say stuff they don't mean to be. They don't mean it. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But you got to be the bigger man and just don't let it tear you down, man. So,
I feel similar with the misunderstood part at the least. And that's something that I struggle with to this day as well. But, we're working through these things. At what point did you realize that the pain and struggles you went through wasn't normal? Like, I know we spoke on that a little bit earlier, but how did that realization affect you? I can imagine it being groundbreaking, like.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you say earlier, it'll make you numb. It'll just make you desensitized and shit. The older I got, man, the stuff I started experiencing, like I was, used to be the Compton Swap Meet right here on Compton Boulevard before they burnt it down in the '92 riot. So I used to go up in there, and the Tri-News used to be up in there. Just all type of Crip dudes, you know what I mean? I'm playing Street Fighter shit. They must play my first game of Street Fighters. They come messing with me and all that sort of shit. And I'm like, why y'all bother me? They're like, oh, you Vibo's son. Like, it's my daddy. Like, just shit like that. So that's how I started realizing, yeah, this shit ain't normal. You know what I mean? Like, this shit ain't normal. You know what I mean? And the older I got, like, I always was kind of big for my age. So, I used to be fighting a lot of grown-ups because they didn't know my age. You know what I mean? I'm walking around, they thinking I'm older than what I am. You know what I mean? So I have to deal with shit like that. Like, damn. And like I said, once I got shot, that's when I turned it all the way up. Like, okay, like, this is what it is. Like, I can't run. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got no parents that's gonna send me out of state or nothing. Ain't nobody asking me how you feel. You good, Victor? You all right or nothing? Like, shit just started looking evil to me. So I'm like, all right, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I can't run from it. You know what I mean? I gotta embrace this shit. You know what I mean? I just, shit, I gotta survive. Like, I ain't finna just let niggas take me out. Like, I try to be a good kid. I grew up, I like G.I. Joes and Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and video games and shit. Like, that's why a lot of my best friends was like normal kids. We had a lot of that in common. Comic books and stuff, like, you know what I mean? A lot of my dudes I grew up with, I was best friends with. They didn't gang bang, They were just regular smart kids like me. And I used to try to just chill with them so I could have some normal moments.
Yeah.
Try to feel normal, but
you couldn't escape the reality of it. And that's another thing people will never understand because they don't experience it. Like, people outside of communities like this, like, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run to, nobody to come and help you.
I mean, I have other family members I can visit them for a minute, but at the end of the day, shit, they're going to get tired of me. They're going to send me back to where I'm at.
You got to come back home.
I still got to come back home, so it's like a temporary escape.
And that sometimes can be even worse. A few months ago when things were, like, hardest for me personally, like, I would go on these trips, like quick little trips, just try to get my mind right real fast. And then stuff started happening when I would leave. Like, bad shit would happen, like losing people. And then I would get scared of those trips, scared of those escapes. And that's not okay either. Like, you can't be afraid to see. So, I understand, bro. What gives you hope?
Man, just life now. In the Rosecrans movement, just everything that we doing, man, it's a blessing to be a part of it, man. It's just having forgetting just where I'm at mentally, just having faith in the Most High, knowing, if you stay prayed up, man, and just calculate your steps, you know what I mean, and just keep all that energy away from you, you know what I'm saying? Like, good things can happen. He'll open up some doors for you that you won't even realize, you know what I mean? So the devil be trying to knock us all off, bro.
Yeah.
So you gotta stay away from doing evil shit if you can. Watch who you around. you gotta stay out the snake pit. There be a lot of dudes be around you, don't even mean you no good. They don't want no good from you. They really in secret competition with you. You know what I mean? So you gotta surround yourself with like-minded individuals and people that got your best interests in mind, like you got theirs, and genuinely love you, want to see you win.
Putting a lot of effort into people who don't want the best for you is like talking to a brick wall, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It'll exhaust you.
Mm-hmm.
What are what are some of your favorite memories with J. Rue?
Man, I got a bunch of them, man.
That's good.
I got a bunch of them. I got this one crazy one. Like the first time I actually got shot at. It sounds funny. I was in Alabama. We got people in Birmingham. And I never got shot at out. I was like 11 years old. But it was fun though. This cause like I have a cousin out there. He was a gangster disciple or whatever. So we walking from his friend house late night. My grandfather dropped us off at his house. So we chilling with him. He was like a couple years older than us. So we went to his friend house. Then we walking down this street. And some bloods from out there. That's crazy. They pulled up on us. You know what I mean? But they was some punks, you know what I mean? But they hopped out, asked where we was from. Like, nigga, we like, nah, from Compton. Like, he didn't say nothing. He was scared. And they went up the hill. And they dissed how you diss GDs out there. Donuts or some shit. He got mad. He started saying some shit. They had like a little 22 or something, so they started shooting from up the hill.
Oh, shit.
So we started running and shit. Like, we laughing at them and shit. We run through the little alleys, the little woods and shit. So that was funny, though. You know what I mean, it sound crazy, you know what I'm saying? But memories like that, you know what I mean? We was laughing about that shit. Like, man, these niggas is busters. Got a lot of good memories at Enterprise, you know what I mean? Me and him going to Enterprise up there, you know what I'm saying?
Is that one of those moments where you had to look back and realize that that's not normal either? That this is like a funny story, you know?
It's normal for me.
Yeah.
Niggas like me. But nah, of course, I'm pretty sure little kids don't grow up experiencing shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was funny. It was funny though, man. But like I said, as it got older though, it started getting serious. You know what I mean? So
it's a different kind.
Yeah, it was cool. And I mean, when we was, you know, I say I didn't really start experiencing the other side of it until I started losing homies. At first, you know, it was like we was applying all the pressure. We was doing all the damage, you know what I mean? And then that's why a lot of karma came back to me and my niggas, man. That was nigga T-Rock, he died, you know what I'm saying? Face, he died. J. Rue died. Rue gone. J. Rue gone. JP got life, like a lot of my niggas, you know what I mean? They gone, bro. I got shot, you know what I mean? Like, cause we was doing shit we probably should have been doing. The karma is real, bro. Like, you know, that's when I started suspicion. Once it started hitting me and my crew earlier, then I was like, damn, this shit ain't fun no more. Man, I'm losing my niggas, man. Like, I give all that shit now from the outside looking in. I'm like, hell yeah, none of that shit was worth it, bro. I give anything to have my niggas back. You know, I feel like a lot of them died in vain. You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? Trying to. I don't know, that shit wasn't worth it. So, I just try to represent all my niggas, man. Just, you know what I mean? I gotta speak for them.
Yeah.
Try to speak for all of them.
That's a very important role that you play, especially with the people that we're talking about right now. Not just anybody is capable of representing them and their lives and their memories and legacies, you know. And I'm personally grateful that it's you, and I'm sure they're grateful that it's you as well.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. What, in your opinion, what separates Rosecrans from other groups or other artists in general?
I think, man, our shit is authentic, man. A lot of these niggas ain't authentic, bro. They don't come from no solid foundation, no solid background. This shit is just, a lot of these niggas is put together. So they got labels behind them, making them to be something that they not. They don't really love each other. You know what I mean? These niggas really corny for real.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't who they pretend, you know what I mean? Our shit is authentic. I think that's why industry is afraid of us, bro.
Yeah.
They know what this shit come with. You know what I mean? They don't want to give us a chance because the industry is full of bullshit and fraudulence. You know what I mean? Like niggas like us is a threat to all that. Because the label's gonna get to seeing the difference. Like, okay, this is what the real is.
Yeah.
And niggas is intelligent, you know what I mean, and business savvy and all that. So I know niggas that's gatekeepers that's in it. They don't want to see us in it, but we gonna kick it in. No, we gonna kick the door down.
And another thing on the business side is like we're really prepared to do things right within the business. Like take it all, you know. They don't want that at all. What would you change about the world if you had the chance?
Wow. I can change the world, man. There's so much that need to be changed, bro. It couldn't be no one thing.
Yeah.
I would say just better, just equal playing field with the resources and the job opportunities and everything. You know what I mean?
Level the playing field.
Just a level playing field, bro. Just with everything. You know, it'll start off with that. I think we can do our own for us, our people. We can take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? If we just had the opportunity to really do that, but we don't own nothing. You know what I mean? These corporations own everything. Our oppressors that brought us over here since the slave ships, they still own everything, man. They just give us an idea that, you know what I mean, is freedom. It's like you still gotta pay your bills to Edison. You don't own this land, you gotta pay taxes for land that you supposedly own. Like, certain shit that should be God given and free. You know what I mean? You gotta pay for it, you know what I mean? Especially in this country, shit. I be talking to my boy Worthy, like, man, that's why I love it in Canada, get free health care, all type of shit.
Yeah, he different.
It's the only country that do that shit, man.
It's a scam. Everything about it is a scam.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize until I got older too. And obviously I'm white, so I couldn't see how unlevel the playing field was when I was growing up. Until, you know, once I started coming out here and really understanding, like, it's set up differently. Like, it's not cool at all. I do my best to try to make it fair and be a good business person and try to help people who aren't in positions where they're able to pay this much amount of money for a video. I do my best to try to, you know, make it easy for artists who want to build. It's all about, I think, in my opinion, just the little things we can do in our everyday lives to try to help people who at the very least deserve it. You know, I spent a lot of time trying to help people who did not deserve it, and that'll take it out of you for sure. But
you definitely do that, man. We all appreciate it, man. We all appreciate you. It's good and bad people from every nation, bro. We not all bad. I mean, y'all not all bad. It's like we not all good, man. Like, you know, I learned to judge a person off their heart and their character. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all about the skin, the race. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's much more complex than that. We are incredibly complex human beings. Like,
I learned we got a lot more in common than we think. You know what I mean? We all like to have a good time. We all like to eat. We all love our family. We all like to travel. So once you find that common ground and build on that instead of just automatically coming with negative connotations, man, you can build.
and at the end, we all want the same thing. We all want to be free, really free.
Really free.
The shame is that it's easier for some than others, but that's what we're working to achieve, is the level playing field, making things fair for everybody.
Yes, sir.
What about personal progress you've made? Do you stop to look back at it every once in a while just to remind yourself of how far you've come?
Yeah, I have my moments, man. I have moments. You know, like I said, after I dropped the Please Don't Sue Me, I kind of was like, man, I'm done with this rap shit. Ain't nobody messing with it. Ain't nobody gravitating towards it like I thought. Like, wow. I put a whole lot into it. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, this shit fire, bro. This ain't nobody like. But you know, I got through that. And I had to remind myself, this dude that been grinding for years, bro. Just because I did a lot in these few years, you know what I mean? I got to keep going.
Yeah.
I got to keep going. So,
that's one of the most discouraging feelings too, putting everything you have into something and then not working out the way you want. I try my best not to set expectations anymore, just because that's where I fall, is setting these huge expectations of success, and this is gonna be the one. Like, I don't even check view counts anymore on videos because I can't let that shit get to me.
Yeah, I be letting that bother me sometimes too, looking at my views and shit, but I'm like, it is what it is, man. I just gotta keep putting out content, and when they see, they tap in, they gonna tap in.
Putting content out, and from what I've discovered, is doing it for you and for whoever you're working with is so much better than doing it for views or for people to see it. Because if you set those goals, then you're not in control of those results. That's not something you could do. You could pay for views, but that's fraudulent. We don't do that. Yeah, man, is there anything you got coming out, or what's the name of the project you're about to drop?
I'm working on 3 projects, actually. I'm working on artistry and craftsmanship, part 1 and part 2. And I'm working on melodic composition.
Okay.
And I just did a freestyle, mass appeal freestyle from Gangstar.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop that on Life Behind Bars Volume 2. So I guess I'm probably working on 4
projects. This dude working. Hell yeah, bro.
I'm just back and forth with it, man. Trying to put it all together, man. Just trying to put it all together, make it happen.
Man, I have no doubt in my mind the grind is meant for you. Like, this is what you're here for on this planet. This is what you're here for, bro. Like, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. It's gonna pay off. And like you said earlier, the stuff we create, and it's crazy you said that, it's gonna outlive you, because that's something I think about a lot. Is my whole life I just wanted to make something that outlives me, and I don't think I realized that I've done that time and again. And you've done that time and again as well. So let's just keep it going, bro.
Yes, sir. You know what? I appreciate you.
All the time, bro. Hope to see you again once these next projects come out.
Oh, definitely, man. You already know. You gonna get the exclusive. I'm gonna play something for you as soon as we turn this camera on.
It's on. All right, thank you. Appreciate y'all.